Have you ever wondered why your life feels stuck? Why, no matter how hard you try, peace, success, and happiness seem just out of reach? Here's a brutal truth. Sometimes it's not your circumstances holding you back. It's the people you're surrounded by. People who drain your energy, poison your mind, and kill your dreams softly without you even realizing it. You could be doing everything right, but if the wrong people are close to you, your life will feel like a constant battle. This video is not just advice, it's a wake-up call. Because once you remove these types of people from your life, everything changes. Your mental peace, your confidence, your energy, your growth, everything. So stay till the end, because I'm about to show you 7 types of people you must remove from your life if you want real transformation. And trust me, once you do, you'll never look back. If you're serious about leveling up in life, hit the like button to support this content and subscribe for more brutally honest truths that the world won't tell you. Now let's begin. 1. The chronic complainers. You know the type. The moment they walk into the room, the energy shifts, and not in a good way. They start with, ugh, the traffic was terrible, then move on to, this place is too hot. My boss is a nightmare. The system is broken. Nothing ever works out for me. And before you know it, you're nodding along, agreeing and adopting the same defeated tone without even realizing it. Their words seep into your mind like poison in water, slowly contaminating your outlook on life. These people complain about everything, but do absolutely nothing to change their situation. And the worst part? Their negativity is contagious. It starts off small, a few complaints here and there, but slowly they begin to shift your entire mindset. Instead of thinking about how to overcome a challenge, you start seeing reasons why it can't be done. Instead of being solution-focused, you start obsessing over the problems. And just like that, your growth is paralyzed. What you need to understand is that chronic complainers don't just vent, they infect. They suck the joy out of every plan, the optimism out of every idea, and the motivation out of every goal. They make you believe the world is broken, people are hopeless, and success is impossible. They drain your emotional battery and replace it with stress, self-doubt, and fear. If you're constantly surrounded by people who live in a cycle of negativity, you will never escape it. But once you remove them, once you stop entertaining their constant victim mentality and negative energy, something incredible happens. You start to breathe again. You begin to see possibilities where before you saw limitations. You stop wasting your mental space on complaints and start focusing on solutions. Surround yourself with people who take action, people who face problems and say, let's figure this out, people who uplift, not undermine. Trust me, when your environment changes, your mindset shifts within weeks. And that shift, it can change your entire life. 2. The dream killers. There's a special kind of pain that comes when you finally gather the courage to share your dreams with someone, only to be met with a smirk, a sigh, a dismissive laugh, or worse, that one toxic phrase, be realistic. They say, that's not for people like us, or you're too old, or no one makes it in that world. And in that moment, something inside you dims. You start second-guessing what once lit you up. These people are not offering advice. They're projecting their own fear, failure, and small-mindedness onto you. They're not trying to protect you. They're trying to limit you because they never had the guts to chase something bigger. They've already surrendered to a mediocre life, and seeing you reach for more triggers everything they've buried deep inside. Your ambition reminds them of their regret. Your hunger highlights their complacency. So instead of cheering you on, they pull you back. Let's be honest, these people are dream killers, and they're dangerous. Not because they attack you, but because their words linger in your mind like a slow poison. One seed of doubt planted by them can grow into a lifetime of playing it safe. They'll make you shrink your goals, tone down your ambition, and settle for average, just like they did. But here's the truth. It's only too late for them, not you. When you cut these people out of your life, you gain something priceless: clarity. You stop filtering your vision through someone else's fears. You stop letting broken minds decide what's possible for your future. And suddenly, your passion comes roaring back. Your ambition is no longer buried under doubt. It's alive again. Share your dreams only with those who believe in you, not because your dreams are perfect, but because they see your potential. Find people who say, "How can I help?" not "Why would you even try?" Your environment matters more than your talent. So choose your circle with ruthless care, because sometimes, to protect your dreams, you have to protect them from the people closest to you. 3. The fake supporters. They're the ones who smile in your face, nod when you speak, and say all the right words. But behind closed doors, they can't stand to see you rise. These people wear masks of support, but underneath there's envy brewing. They'll tell you they're proud of you, but their tone feels just a little off. Their compliments feel rehearsed. Their energy doesn't match their words. And deep down, you feel it. You sense something's not right, even if you can't explain it. That uneasiness you feel? That's your instinct warning you. These are not your people. Fake supporters are some of the most dangerous people you'll ever encounter, not because they openly attack you, but because they pretend to love you while silently rooting for your failure. They clap for you, sure, but only while you stay beneath them. The moment you start leveling up, growing faster, doing better, they pull back. They go quiet. They distance themselves. Some might even start planting doubts around you or subtly sabotaging you. And the craziest part? They once pretended to be in your corner. Here's the brutal truth. Not everyone who's close to you wants to see you win. Some are only comfortable with your success as long as it doesn't surpass theirs. Your growth threatens their ego. Your ambition exposes their lack of effort. And your wins remind them of everything they could have done, but didn't. The most dangerous enemies are not the ones in the crowd booing you. They're the ones on your team pretending to cheer. If you really want to know who's real, watch how people act when you win. Success has a way of revealing what struggle can hide. Real supporters will be louder than ever when you rise. Fake ones will grow distant, bitter, and silent. Your job is to trust that gut feeling. Don't ignore it. Don't explain it away. Protect your energy. Remove those fake supporters, and you'll be amazed how fast your life starts to align with your true path. The constant victims. There's a specific type of person who drains not just your energy, but your will to grow. These are the ones who carry a dark cloud everywhere they go. Nothing is ever their fault. Nothing ever goes right. And someone else is always to blame. Their boss, their parents, the system, the government, the weather, their childhood, their neighbors. You name it, they've blamed it. They live in a world built on excuses, and they invite you in, expecting you to stay there with them. And here's the catch. They don't just suffer, they recruit. They want you to sit in the same emotional mud they refuse to clean off. Every conversation becomes a therapy session you didn't sign up for. Every idea you share becomes another chance for them to say, "That won't work for me." These people will exhaust your spirit. You'll try to lift them, encourage them, even give them solutions. But nothing changes. Because deep down, they don't want change. They want sympathy, not growth. They want a comforting excuse, not a painful breakthrough. Over time, you start absorbing their mindset. You become hesitant. You start questioning your own responsibility. You begin to blame circumstances instead of making adjustments. That's how the victim mentality spreads, quietly but powerfully. The truth is, Constant victims aren't just stuck, they keep you stuck too. You spend so much energy trying to fix them that you lose focus on your own path. And if you're not careful, their helplessness becomes your blueprint. But when you remove them, when you stop giving your time, energy, and compassion to people who refuse to grow, you make space for something greater: accountability. You start surrounding yourself with people who own their mistakes, learn from failure, and move forward. People who challenge you, not coddle you. People who remind you that pain is real, but progress is always a choice. Choose people who look at their mess and say, "I created this and I'll clean it up." Choose people who push you to rise, not rest in pity. Growth begins where blame ends. And the moment you cut ties with constant victims, you take your first real step toward emotional freedom. 5. The time wasters. There's a quiet thief that's robbing you every single day, and most people don't even see it coming. It doesn't kick down the door or empty your bank account. It just shows up with a smile, a story, and an empty agenda. These are the time wasters. They have no goals, no direction, no drive, just endless gossip, small talk, and meaningless distractions. Their daily routine is built around entertainment, not elevation. And if you're not careful, they'll pull you into their world of chaos. And before you realize it, you're drifting right along with them. You start skipping your routines, delaying your goals, answering calls that add no value, and filling your schedule with noise. And the most dangerous part? It feels normal because they make wasting time look fun. But deep inside, you feel it. You feel yourself slowing down, losing momentum, getting mentally cloudy. Every hour you give to them is an hour stolen from your purpose. Time wasters are like anchors tied to your potential. They don't just kill your productivity, they blur your vision. You can't build a meaningful life when you're constantly being pulled into pointless conversations, mindless scrolling, or unproductive drama. These people don't respect time because they don't respect their future. And if you stay close to them, neither will you. And let's be honest, time is more than money. It's life. Once it's gone, you don't get a refund. You can recover lost money. You can rebuild broken relationships. But you can never get back a wasted year, a wasted week, or even a wasted moment. Protect your time like your life depends on it, because it absolutely does. Start treating your time like the currency of your destiny. Set boundaries. Say no without guilt. Surround yourself with people who respect your goals, your energy, and your schedule. Because the faster you cut out the time wasters, the faster you'll start moving toward the life you were actually meant to live. 6. The narcissists. There's a kind of person who will make your entire world feel small while convincing you that you're lucky to be in theirs. Everything revolves around them: the conversation, the spotlight, the sympathy, the control. Your needs, your emotions, your growth, completely irrelevant. Because in their world, you only exist to serve their ego. These are the narcissists, masters of manipulation, guilt-tripping, and emotional control. At first, they might seem charming. They know exactly what to say, how to act, and how to make you feel special until you start showing strength. The moment you express a boundary, speak up for yourself, or shine a little too brightly, the switch flips. Suddenly, they criticize you. They gaslight you. They make you question your memory, your worth, even your identity. And over time, you begin to shrink. You silence your opinions to keep peace. You hide your emotions to avoid conflict. You start prioritizing their comfort over your own sanity. And the most dangerous part, you might not even realize it's happening, because narcissists don't always scream. They subtly dismantle you, piece by piece, emotion by emotion, until one day you don't recognize the person staring back in the mirror. Letting go of a narcissist doesn't just heal your heart, it restores your soul. It feels like taking your first full breath after years of suffocating. It's not easy. They'll try to reel you back in with guilt, fake apologies, or promises to change. But remember this: real love doesn't come with conditions. Real respect doesn't require you to shrink to fit someone else's comfort. If someone only shows up for you when you're weak, submissive, or silent, they were never for you. True relationships are built on mutual growth, not emotional control. Protect your peace, guard your worth, and don't be afraid to walk away from anyone who demands your silence in exchange for their approval. 7. The gossipers and drama creators. There's a certain energy that destroys peace faster than anything else, and that's the energy of gossip and drama. These people don't just talk, they tear. They dissect other people's lives like entertainment. They live for rumors, thrive on conflict, and stir chaos wherever they go. At first, it may seem harmless, even amusing. You laugh along thinking it's just talk. But here's the hard truth. If they gossip with you, they gossip about you. It's only a matter of time. These people have no sense of loyalty, only a hunger for attention. They love being at the center of chaos, and if none exists, they'll create it. And guess what? If you stay close to them long enough, you'll start getting dragged into problems that don't belong to you. You'll find yourself defending people you barely know, picking sides in battles that were never yours, and wasting energy on issues that don't help you grow. All because you were in the wrong circle. And drama? It's addicting. It distracts you. It keeps your mind busy while your dreams stay buried. The more time you spend around gossipers and chaos creators, the less time you have to focus on your own peace, progress, and purpose. They will hijack your energy, consume your thoughts, and plant seeds of doubt and distrust, even in your healthiest relationships. But here's what happens when you finally cut them off: silence. A rare, powerful silence. No more drama, no more anxiety after phone calls, no more wondering what was said when you weren't around. What takes its place is clarity, calm, and mental freedom. Pay close attention to those who bring you stories about others, because soon you'll be the story they're telling. Don't be the person who becomes guilty by association. Walk away. Protect your name, your peace, and your circle. Because when you remove the gossipers, you make room for people who actually want to grow, not just talk. Here's what most people never realize. Your life doesn't just change with hard work. It changes when you protect your energy, and the people around you are either fueling your growth or feeding your destruction. So take a moment, reflect. Who in your life matches these signs? It's not easy to let go, but it's necessary. Because when you finally remove the wrong people, the right energy finds you. Your peace returns, your vision sharpens, and your life begins to rise. If this hit you deeply, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real talk that can transform your mindset and your future. Your circle defines your ceiling. Choose wisely.